If you want to get rich, learn when to freeze. Don't waste your money, because it doesn't grow on trees. On Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Dan. I thank you very much. Welcome to Card Sharks. Nice to have you down here with us. Thank you. Thank you for joining us at home. And a very good opening poem for Mrs. Lillian Courts of Armand Beach, Florida, who watches us on WESH-TV Channel 2. Thank you, Mrs. Courts. And now let's get to the cards. Janice and Marky, if you will, start loading in the cards. And here come our Card Sharks. Kenny Garner, our champion. Hi, Kenny. You always run out here like you're enjoying yourself.
I'm enjoying it. Are you kidding? This is great.
That's good. Won't you tell us again about yourself?
I'm Tenny Garner, former Idahoan, moved to California because I married a gorgeous Californian. I'm a principal at, or vice principal, boy, am I lucky, vice principal in charge of discipline at a high school. And I'm helping my husband to restore an old car.
Now, you know, whenever I ask you and you say a vice principal in charge of discipline, you don't like doing that job or what?
Well, yeah, I like it.
I mean, someone has to be. Yeah. Doesn't sound like you're too heavy about it.
Most people think that a woman doing that kind of job is you know, when you think of discipline, you think of a big man, you know, and that's great, you know. You don't think of a woman doing it, and it's kind of hard sometimes.
That may be very nice to have a woman do it. You've done very well here. Tenny has won $7,275 in cash.
Great.
And Rich Vaxey, our challenger. Hi, Rich.
How you doing, Jim?
Good. Won't you tell us again about yourself?
Yep, my name is Richard Vaxey. I just moved to L.A. from New York. My brother came with me, and we drove cross country, which was pretty boring. And
really?
Oh, yes. Nothing but cows in between Pennsylvania and Arizona. It's unbelievable.
You've made a lot of friends across the country, Rich, I must say.
But I love the cows. No. And I'll be a junior at UCLA starting in the fall, majoring in motion picture TV.
Not psychology, I'm sure.
No, or public speaking.
Now, we wish you well with your career.
Thank you.
Any trip gets a little tiring after a while.
Yes, very long.
Did I get you out of that, Rich?
Yes, you did. Thank you, Jim.
You both cut the cards before you went on the air?
Yes, we did.
Then here we go. Picking up where we left off, we play the best two games out of three. We're in the middle of game number one. Looking at the board, Tenny, the champion, has turned over a 9 as her base card. She needs 4 cards. Rich, the challenger, has already moved over to a 7 as his base card. He needs 2 cards. And question 3, as we left off, goes to you, Tenny. Tenny, we asked 100 third grade boys, is your class bully a girl? How many third grade boys said their class bully is a girl?
Oh, no. A little girl? Third grade girl?
Yeah.
A bully? Maybe there's 1 or 2.
Well, how many?
Okay, it's going to be a really low number. I think it's going to be about 13.
13. Tenny says 13 out of 100 third grade boys.
No,
the class bully is a girl.
I think, despite women's lib and everything, there's just about third grade, they're starting to get in touch with their femininity. I think it's going to be even lower than that.
Even lower than that?
Yes, it is.
Well, if it is lower, Rich, you'll play your cards. If not, Tenny plays hers. And the actual number of third grade boys who said their class bully is a girl is 26. Yay! Not lower. Tenny, 26.
I need that.
And Tenny, we left off with a 9 as your base card.
Please change it.
You won the question. You have the right to change it. A 2.
Yay! Oh, good. It's going to be up.
Higher than a 2. A king.
It's going to be down.
Lower than a king. A queen.
It's going to be down.
Risking it lower. No, another king. Wow, 3 straight face cards, and Tenny goes back to the base card. Rich, a big break for you with a 7. You got a free guess.
I see a high one and a low one there, but I still think it's going to be higher.
Higher than a 7. He's
All right,
the
and
queen.
lower again.
For
Come
the
on,
first
give it
game
to
of
me
the
lower.
match.
Yes.
Rich wins game 1.
Fantastic.
The challenger with $100.
Love it. Okay.
Once again, the pressure is on the champion. She has to make a comeback. Can she do it? We'll find out after this. If you run, you make it back up here. My goodness. Game 1 goes to the challenger, and Janice is dealing out the same 2 decks of cards, and we'll start game number 2. I was talking to the audience. You got to get my breath back. Okay. Game 2 starts with a question to you, Rich.
Okay.
Rich, our man on the street, went to a nudist camp in Southern California.
All right.
And he asked, and he asked 100 people, which gives a better indication of a person's age, their face or their body? How many nudists said a person's body gives a better indication of their age?
These days, people can do, I mean, with facelifts and everything, I think in makeup and the way people comb their hair, I think the body is probably a little bit more, you know, you can tell how old they are by their body. I'd say that's 63.
63 out of 100 say that the body gives a better indication of age.
I've seen some awfully nice not in a nudist place, some awfully nice looking older people, and I think that number is going to be lower.
Lower than that.
Yeah.
A lot of agreement from the audience. Have you made your decision at home? The actual number of nudists who said a person's body gives a better indication of their age is 35. It is lower. Tenny.
Oh, a chance.
Tenny needs this and starts with a queen.
Yay! Lower.
Lower than a queen. A 6.
3.
And we move over the freeze bar, protecting that position. That, of course, keeps Rich away from his cards. Tenny, we asked 100 people. When it comes to hiring, do you think an employer should give preference to a family man over a single man? How many people said an employer should give preference to the family man?
Oh. Okay. This is. I'm going to answer this like my mom would, and she's going to say 35.
She's going to. Why would your mom say 35?
Because she had a big family. There were 9 of us.
Oh, I see. So with mom's advice, she says 35. Rich, what do you think?
No. I don't know. I think with the economy the way it is today, I think that not only would employers tend to give the jobs to the family man, I think that the family men would want the job more and push for it more. So I think that number might be slightly higher than that.
Higher than that? The actual number of people who said an employer should give preference to a family man is 29, not higher. Tenny.
Good.
Tenny and Mom won that one, and we left off with a 6. Tenny?
Please change my card.
Getting rid of the 6. A queen.
Good. Okay. It's going to be lower.
Lower than a queen. A 7.
3.
And again, Tenny is trailing, and she's not taking any chances. Rich, question 3 goes to you. And it looks like you're going to have to win one yourself. She's not going to give you any other chances.
I know.
Rich, we asked 100 people who were waiting in line to buy gas.
Oh.
Which bothers you more, the price of gasoline or how long you have to wait for it? How many people waiting to buy gas said waiting in line bothers them more?
I don't know. I think the American public today, they want their gasoline. They need it. So they, despite the fact that they do have to wait, the prices probably annoy them more.
How many said that waiting bothers them more?
Okay, I'd say about 52.
52. He came fairly close to the middle.
I'm in California. I've waited in one of those lines, and that line is horrible. The number of people who hate to wait in line is higher than
Higher than that?
Yes.
Well, we found out one thing. You definitely find it hard. The actual number of people who said waiting in line bothers them more is 79, very much higher. Tenny. Tenny with a 7.
Change my card.
And again, she's trying to make a good change. A 6.
It's going to be higher.
Going with the odds. Higher. An 8. To tie up the match, lower it is with a king, and Tenny ties it up. And this time an ace came up very well for the champion, and we are tied at 1-1, each player with 1 game and $100. We set up for the tiebreaker. 3 cards up there, 3 questions here, and this will very quickly decide who gets a crack at the big money. And Tenny, we start with you. Tenny, we asked 100 housewives. Have you ever waited so long to wash the dishes that you ran out of clean ones? How many housewives admitted they have?
Oh, yeah, that's common. Everybody does that. You know, everybody gets lazy.
Have you done that?
You know, yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fairly high number. I'm going to say 70.
70 out of 100 have ran out of dishes.
No, I don't think housewives are that lazy. They're very concerned with keeping up their house, maybe if that's the only thing they do if they don't have another job. So I think the number will be lower than that.
Lower than that. Tenny rather violently disagreed with you on this one, Rich. The actual number of housewives who've waited so long to wash the dishes they ran out of clean ones is 47. Rich is right. It is lower. And Rich gets that all-important first start in the tiebreaker. A 5.
It's got to be higher than that 5.
Got to play the 5 higher. A 6.
Higher than that.
We have a new champion if it's higher, and we do. 5, 6, 7, and Rich wins it. Well, Tenny, we have to say goodbye, and you've done super. $7,375. You're a delight. Thank you for joining us. Tenny Garner. Rich, come on down here with me. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you.
Well, I hope you can do as well or better than Tenny did.
I certainly hope so.
And Rich could do it right now, right after we take time out for a message with the money cards coming at you. Then you can do it in one shot if you do it right. And Rich Vaxey, who's got a few bills in college to pay.
Oh, very much so. Many bills, many bills.
Have you cut the money card?
Yes, I have.
Let's get to them, Rich. Come on up here. Yeah, I've never met a student yet who had enough money.
That's right. Maybe we can change all that.
Well, we're going to give you $200 of new money on the bottom line. These 3 cards to bet as you will. When you move up to the second level, we'll add another $200 of betting money. 3 more cards. Janice and Marky always giggle. I don't know what they giggle about. They must tell themselves jokes. Remember the big bet where you must bet at least half your money.
Okay, fine.
Good luck, Rich. Here's $200.
Thank you.
And you can change your base card on each of the 3 levels if you need to. Marky, thank you. We'll start with 200 and a king.
Fantastic, okay? Let it all lower, lower.
$200, the whole thing, that this card is lower than a king.
Yeah. Bet it all that it is higher than that, too.
$400 higher than a 2.
Yeah! Okay.
Doubling it to 800.
Okay. Gotta be conservative now. I gotta pay those bills. $100 that it will be lower.
$100 on the middle card. Lower?
All
It
right.
is.
Fantastic. Nice.
$900.
Okay.
We move up to 7. We'll give you the other 200. You have $1,100.
Please change that card.
All right, let's get a
Come
goodie.
on,
You've done
come
very
on.
well on the first line. A 2.
All right. $1,000 if that is higher.
$1,000 higher than a 2.
Come on. Yeah. Okay.
Already $2,100.
Uh-oh, here we go. Let's see. Okay, let's bet $900 that it is higher.
Good size bet on a 5. $900. Is he right higher than the 5?
Yes!
$3,000 and 2 cards to go.
Okay, time to think about those bills and get conservative. Okay, $500 that it is lower.
Now, that's not too conservative. That's a good size bet. $500 lower than a 10. No. That's the first card that failed you, though, Rich.
Okay.
You still have sizable money as we move up the jack. Right now, one big decision. Do you want to play that jack?
Please change that card. I don't like
You want to change it. Can he improve it?
Oh,
An ace!
oh my God.
$2,500 and an ace.
Please bet it all that it is lower. God be with me, please.
All or nothing.
25 that it is lower.
For $5,000.
Lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes! $5,000. Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodbye, bills. Hello.
That'll pay some bills.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my God.
Come on down here. Oh, that's super. Way to go.
Listen, I love this show business thing.
You can get to like this.
Yeah, I love this. Oh, wow.
Rich is going to be the new challenger of the moment right after we take time out for a message. Don't go away. Way to go. Oh, that's super. Dennis is dealing out 2 brand new decks of cards. Time to meet a new challenger on Card Sharks. Roxanne Mizrahi. Hello, Roxanne.
Hi, how do you do?
Good. Welcome.
Thank you.
Won't you tell us something about yourself?
Okay, my name is Roxanne Mizrahi. I was born and raised right here in beautiful, sunny Southern California. And being raised in the freeway capital of the world, I decided to be a traveling sales rep. I'm also married and have a lovely puppy dog, and we live in San Fernando Valley.
Good. Well, we're delighted to have you here with us.
Thank you.
No other children besides the puppy dog?
No other children at this time.
You've got your cards.
Yes, I have.
Then here we go. Good luck to both of you. We start with a question to Rich. And Rich, we found 100 women who have dated a married man. And we asked them, did your married boyfriend ever say to you, never call me at home?
Oh.
How many women said their married boyfriend told them never call me at home?
Oh, that's extremely high, Jim. I don't know. You really have to be asking for it if you're going to let your girlfriend call you at home. You know, your wife or kids pick up the phone. That's rather high. I'd say it's probably 81.
81.
That's a high number. And I have a girlfriend who is unfortunately courting around with a married man, and she was told never to call at home. And I think the number is high, and I think I'll go a little bit higher.
Even higher than that?
Yes.
Your girlfriend told you about everything, huh?
Well, it's a confidant.
See, now when this show goes on the air, all of Roxanne's friends are going to say, I wonder who it is.
That's true.
Roxanne says higher, Rich says 81. The actual number of women whose married boyfriend told them never call me at home is 18. Not higher. Much lower.
Much lower.
Well, Maybe it's implied
Yeah.
rather than
Why does that
stated.
say?
Rich, you start off with a
Okay,
king.
very good, very good. It's got to be lower than that king.
Did you say
Lower.
higher?
Lower than the king.
Lower
Yes.
than a king.
All right, all right.
No.
Higher than that 2.
Higher than the 2, a 4.
Higher than that 4 again.
Risking it higher. Oh, no. Another 2. And Rich right away goes back to the base card. A break for you, Roxanne,
Yes.
with a 5.
I'll go higher,
Higher than
higher.
a 5. A jack.
I'll freeze.
And Roxanne does not want to break, and we move over the freeze bar. Roxanne? Now, when former President, this is an interesting question. Listen to this one. When former President Richard Nixon made improvements to his home in San Clemente, much of the cost was paid for by the government. So we asked 100 people, now that Richard Nixon has sold his home for a profit, should he have to turn over some of the profit to the government? How many people said Richard Nixon should have to give up some of the profit to the government?
No, unfortunately, he was out of office, but I believe that other presidents have made improvements on their homes using government money, and no one ever asked them once they've made a profit. So I'll say it's about 42.
Roxanne says 42 out of 100 said he should pay
I
part
don't
to the
know.
government.
I think the American people are still a little bit, they remember about Richard Nixon, and of course, Joe Ford pardoned him. I think they still want to get him, so I think it's a little higher.
Higher than that. A lot of agreement with the audience. The actual number of people who think Richard Nixon should have to give up some of the profit to the government is 84. It is a lot higher. Rich,
Got to be
you were
lower
right.
than that king. Lower.
Gonna play it lower than the king. He's right
Okay,
with the queen.
lower than the queen.
Lower again. Yes, a 2.
Higher than the 2. Come on.
Higher than a 2. A 4.
Higher than a 4. Come on.
Trying to go all the way for the win. Yes! It does it with 4 cards in a row. Wow. Game 1 to the champion with $100. And Janice, if you will set up for game 2, once again using the same 2 decks of cards. And I say it occasionally, but it's true. If you can remember what cards have been played, it is often a help. Starting game 2 with a question to you, Rich.
Yes.
Rich, we found 100 Russian immigrants. These are all people who have recently left the Soviet Union to move to the United States. And we asked them, after you applied for an exit visa from the Soviet Union, were you fired from your job? How many Russian immigrants were fired from their job after they applied for their exit visa?
I think they're very strict about that over there. You know, if you want to leave Russia, they don't want to have anything to do with you. So until you leave, I think a lot of them probably did lose their job. Probably say about 66.
66 out of 100 say they lost their job.
Well, I know that once I said I was moving, and because I said I was moving, my job was made unavailable, and that was right here in America. So I think the number will be a little bit higher. if
Even
it's
higher
in
than
Russia.
that? The actual number of Russian immigrants who were fired after applying for an exit visa is 54. It is not higher.
Very nice.
Nonetheless, it is more than half lost their job. That's an interesting poll, and we're grateful they took part in it with us. Rich, you start off with a 6.
Change that card, please.
Getting rid of the 6. 7.
Okay. I think that's going to be, I'll go against the odds and say that's going to be lower.
He's got a feeling. Is he right against the odds lower? No. Oh, an ace. And Roxanne, a big break for you. A 9.
I'll go lower.
Lower than a 9. Yes.
Okay, I'll go higher.
Higher than the 3. An 8.
I'll freeze.
And we
I'll
move
freeze.
over the freeze bar, protecting that position. Roxanne needs 2 cards. And Roxanne, this question goes to you. Roxanne, we found 100 confirmed bachelors. Now, these are all men who plan never to get married. And we asked them, does the thought of getting married scare you? How many confirmed bachelors said even the thought of getting married does scare them?
Oh, if they're confirmed bachelors, of course the thought. They probably sidestep as much as they can. So I would think the number would be rather high, and I'd say 68.
68 out of 100 confirmed bachelors said, yeah, the thought scares them.
Well, the term confirmed bachelor, if someone is a confirmed bachelor, that has to tell you something about them. And I don't think they want that home life or anything. So I think it just might be even higher than that.
Even higher than that. The actual number of confirmed bachelors who said the thought of marriage scares them is 54. It is not higher. Roxanne. Yeah.
That 8.
And now Roxanne can get rid of the 8 with a queen.
Lower. Lower.
Lower than a queen. A 2.
Higher.
To tie up the match higher. Yes. Roxanne ties it up. And each player with 1 game and $100. And we'll be back with these nice people right after this. Come back. That's all the time we have for now. You know, we're talking about that question with the bachelors. I think the key there, you were both wrong, is to confirm. I think if they've made up their mind, that marriage isn't going to scare them quite as much as it will other people. I think that may have been the key to that. Well, we got nice people playing, and I hope you'll come back and see how the match comes out as we play the tiebreaker on our next Card Sharks. Bye-bye for now.
Why just shout out at your TV when you can show off online with Camouflage Interactive?
The hidden word game where the answer is always right in front of you.
While you're watching Camouflage, go to gsn.com and click play along with your TV. Log in with your username or as a guest. And in seconds, you'll be playing the game in real time with Camouflage Interactive. Don't hide your word skills. Watch Camouflage and play along with the show Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. 6 Central. Only on GSN and at gsn.com.
All right.